Our next workshop will be induced by our new Selfies Regional Coordinator, Sarah Benny.
Thanks, Al. Our next workshop is Friendship Matters, Tools and Tips from Self-Advocates on Building and Maintaining Friendships. This workshop explores the very important topic of friendship. Friendship makes us happier, healthier, and safer, and every single one of us needs it and deserves it. Workshop participants will discuss what makes a friend and why friendship is important. And we'll also learn some methods for making friends and for overcoming challenges to building friendships. And now, please welcome our presenters from the Arc of Mass: Sam Pastor, Jonathan Spiller, Norma Laureano, Rachel Hayward, Meg Gaydos, and
Yay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sarah. Do each of our presenters just want to, I know Sarah just said your names, but just introduce yourself to everybody individually too?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm Sam.
Hi. Hi, I'm Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Norma.
I'm Luciano.
And I'm Rachel.
And I'm Meg Gaydos, and I'm one of the Pathways to Friendship facilitators with the Arc of Mass.
Wonderful. So thank you for having us here today. And I'm gonna pull up our presentation so everybody can see it. And we hope that you'll interact with us and participate. This is an interactive presentation. So now I'm gonna let Jonathan take it away.
Hello and welcome, everyone. This training is brought to you by Laureano Vassorco Pathways to Friendship, offered through the Arc of Massachusetts. Friendship Matters, tools and tips from self-advocates on building and maintaining friendships. What does friend mean to you? Anyone have any suggestions? You could type your answers in the chat. Rachel, maybe you could start. You could suggest something so other self-advocates can think about, could say a word that describes a friend.
Yep, I actually see there's a lot. Maybe Meg can read us.
Yeah, Jonathan, I can see those that are coming into the chat pretty quickly here. I'm just adding opening the chat completely up, and it. Linda says having someone that understands you is her definition of a friend. Catherine says a friend means to me caring and respectful. And Ashley says being trustworthy. And finally, Al says someone to talk to in good and bad times.
Well, and then we have some comments in the Q&A.
We do. Kim says listening and talking to each other. And Genevieve says having fun. I love that one. Catherine says someone who's got your back. That's a great one too.
Thanks, everyone. Those are great. Happy, caring, loving, trust, fun. Who can be your friends? Your friends can be people of different colors, people with different religions, people with and without disabilities. There are no limits on who might be your friends. Why is it good to have friends? You can either type in in the Q&A or type your answers in the chat. I always see some answers and popping up in the chat.
Jonathan, I can read those for us. And I just want to go back to definition of friends. Kristen says that Tom wants to know that truth and meet new people. Desiree says someone who understands you. And Monica suggests talking to friends on the phone all the time is a great way to keep in touch and to meet people.
Thanks everyone. You did a great job.
So does anybody have any more suggestions on why they think it's good to have friends? So you said what a friend means to you. Oh, here comes some more.
Yeah, they're coming in. So Brenda says having friends is good so you can do things together. Catherine says someone who can rely on you. Ashley, so you don't feel alone. And Matthew adds someone that you can trust. Kim, to build each other's confidence and spend time together.
We
These are all
also
really
have,
great.
oh, sorry. We also have someone ready to speak. Donna J.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, I think we lost her. But
Ooh,
we also have Matthew Bander.
okay.
Yeah, hey Rachel.
Hi, Matthew.
I was trying to say hello to you earlier, but you didn't hear me.
So good to hear you. You have some thoughts on why it's important to have friends?
Well, yeah, it's because, especially now in the COVID, it's good to have friends. Someone that you can call, someone that you can go out with, hang out with. It's Rachel, did you hear Joe Mitford left your heart? Did you hear that?
I did. Well, those are wonderful, wonderful suggestions. Thank you for sharing, Matthew.
So I'll add on to the great list we have already. Alicia says a friend is good to be with to go to sporting events together. Desiree says someone who can share your thoughts with. And Al says friend dating is very important too. Good point. Cynthia, I love from the friendships someone to open your heart and understand you for who you care. From opening your hearts to them in communication with you and build our friendships together.
Yeah.
Kristen wants to stay in touch with friends to be nice, that are nice, helpful, and to be friendly. It makes you feel good to have friends. And Al, friends will support you and protect you from your abusers. Catherine, when you have a bad day, you can talk to a friend. Oh, that's a really good point too.
People with friends are happier, healthier, and safer. Real friends choose to be with you. They are not paid to be with you. Both give and take to the friendship. And on the last slide, I talked about real friends being a give and take. On this slide, I'll be reading some statements, and after I read them, please let me know whether yes or no they are considered to be real friends. Acquaintances are people we know but with whom we aren't close, like neighbors, a letter carrier, a librarian, or the ride driver. Acquaintances considered real friends, yes or no?
People can chat their response if they're comfortable with that as well, if they'd rather do that than speaking aloud.
Sam Wood has something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Acquaintances are not real friends. Not the same.
Acquaintances aren't real friends.
No, they're not the same as real friends.
No, acquaintances don't give and take to a friendship. Are staff considered real friends, yes or no?
I think
Yes.
there's some.
Yes.
Ashley in the chat box says they are not real friends.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Marilyn in the chat says acquaintances can become friends. Jill says, Jill says they are not friends.
No.
Alicia says it depends on how long you know them and if you can trust them.
Valerie says it depends on how long you know them.
Mm-hmm.
No, they are paid to be with us, but former staff can be considered friends.
Phoebe wrote into the question and answer and said, I think former staff can become friends. And she put an exclamation point, which is great, when they are not paid staff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship from the past and present. Some friends are people we have known for a long time. Norma and Yasera.
No, take it away.
No, Norma, would you like to read your story about you and your friend Yasera?
You there, Norma?
I think she froze, Rachel.
You know what? Maybe we can come back to Norma's story when she comes back on. Does that sound like
Okay.
that? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it because it's a great story. Okay. Lucky. This is all you.
Lucky, you're on mute.
How can you tell a non-friend they lied to you? They say bad things about you. They are sneaky. They don't say a lot about themselves, but ask a lot of questions about you, like where you bank, where you get paid. They steal or borrow things from you without asking. They touch you even if you say no. Protect yourself. If you are being bothered or hurt by a non-friend, then you take action. No means no. If you feel something isn't right, trust yourself and get help. Say get lost or don't want to see you again. Ask for advice from your friend or people you trust.
Okay. Is Norma back with us?
Negative.
All right. Sam, do you want to read this?
Yeah. gifts and interest and community. Before we talk about how to make friends, we need to think about gifts, interest, and community. These will help us figure out where you can go to make friends. Your gifts are strengths that have and share with others. Like your funny jokes, your smile, your loving way with animals. Think about people, places would value your gifts. You can either write in the chat or the Q&A about your gifts. What are your gifts? Any answers coming in yet?
Give it a minute.
We have some folks
Oops, sorry.
over here who want to talk. Let's start with Brian.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I play keyboard.
That's cool. All right. Rachel, anything in the chat that I'm not seeing?
No, not right now, Sam.
Oh,
There's one now.
Go ahead, Meg. You can take it. Meg, you're on mute.
Did you hear what the reading and music are the gifts?
Awesome. Let's take
We
one
have
more.
Kim.
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
Creating calendars out of my artwork.
And Kristen in the chat says, getting along with people, outgoing, puzzles, drawing, writing in my diary, doing chores around the house. And
Awesome.
Jill says her gift is to be helpful. Desiree's gift is that of music, another musician. And Brendan says he cares about people, which is an awesome gift. And his gift is getting along with others.
Awesome.
Right. Looks like I've got a couple more hands up as well. Ashley, quick.
One of my gifts I like to do with like special occasions is I make photo books like at Walmart, and I give them to like family and stuff and friends on holidays and special occasions. It's very personal too, so.
That's a neat idea. I love that. Monica's gift is she is going on vacations all the time. Very lucky person. Matthew says he gives gift cards. Brendan says his gift is working on committees. Marilyn's gift is, or actually Karen is saying that her gifts are coming from the heart. Catherine says taking neighbors' dogs out for a walk, puzzles, and getting along with others. And Kim says that her gift is getting along with almost all animals.
And then we got Brenda on the call.
The sound went off.
Yeah, hold on.
The sound went off.
And Genevieve has a gift of public speaking, and Catherine as well. She says, I'm good at talking in front of other people.
Awesome. These are great.
Brenda, can you, do you want to say your gift now?
Working on committees.
Working on committees.
Yeah. That's an important gift.
Lucky says that his gift is helping people out of their troubles, which is really great.
Oh, there you go.
And Sammy says that the gift is drawing. Oh, Derek says he's a strong advocate.
Mm-hmm.
And Desiree says I have a gift of working really hard.
All right. Bringing up Donna J really quickly. Donna, you want to share your gift?
Yeah, my gift is working in the community.
Wonderful.
That's neat too, Donna. And Jonathan says his gifts are nature photography, public speaking, and self-advocacy.
Also have Catherine on the call.
Yeah, I also have a gift of helping my family and also being a leader in my self-advocacy group and trying to make change for people with disabilities.
These are such fantastic gifts. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. I think Norma is back with us. Am I right, Norma? You back here?
I don't see her.
I think she's still frozen, unfortunately, Rachel.
Okay. So Sam, do you want to continue?
Yeah. Your interests are things that really care about and enjoy. For example, Jonathan's interests are pictures or nature, poetry, and songs. I think we gotta and there are people or community groups that share your interests.
All right, Sam, you can keep going.
Sorry, your community. Community is the people and places where you live and spend time. What parts of the community are you already involved in? Are there areas where you can be more a part of? Here's where you can find more information on your own community. Take a walk to see what's right there. Try to know those places from where you go, a bank, grocery store, gym, or work. Read the newspaper or search online. Should I introduce this, Rachel?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to hear a story from Jonathan about his friendship with Ed. Jonathan, take it away.
I would like to tell you about a wonderful story about my good friend Ed, how I met him and how we got to know each other. For a Hanukkah present, another friend of mine paid for a new haircut and beard trim for me from a local barber named Ed. Right when I first met him, I knew we were going to be friends. While he was cutting my hair, we were discussing how I was new to the area and all the different places I was exploring and the new people I was meeting. After asking for my permission, Ed took pictures of my haircut and posted it on his Facebook and Instagram accounts. I wrote him a great review saying how kind he was and how he gives a wonderful haircut and beard trim. For next time I came in for a cut, Ed took me out to lunch at the town tavern. He introduced me to the owner and the employees of the restaurant. I enjoyed this a lot. I got to know Ed better, and then he introduced me to his family one evening when we all had dinner together at the town tavern. Another evening, I introduced Ed to my parents at the town tavern. We became good friends. We have gone to all sorts of games. I won Celtics free tickets from Kiss Went Away and took 19 of my friends and their families, including Ed and his family. We had a blast. Ed gives me advice. He tells me not to worry about things and encourages me to always be myself and not to let other people put me down. He is also very supportive. He and his family have gone to my photo shows and exhibits and have bought my framed photos. Ed and his family have become an important and regular part of my life. They took me out to dinner for my birthday and gave me gifts. Now I get my haircut once a month, and Ed often takes me out to breakfast after. I am very glad that I met Ed and his family and that they are a part of my life.
That was great, Jonathan. Great story.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to share some strategies for making friends. 6 ways to make a friend. 1, become friends with your acquaintances. Think about people you know in the community, but who are not you're close with. Maybe someone from work or where you volunteer, or someone from the coffee shop or library you go to regularly. You could get to know this person better and become friends with them. Number 2, connect with people from the past. Family, friends, community neighbors, former neighbors, schoolmates, former staff members. 3, connect with your neighbors. Host a community events, welcome new neighbors to cookies, volunteer to shovel snow or mow lawns. I wish I could do that. Do errands for the elderly neighbors, just sit and chat. Share your garden with vegetables, flowers, and vegetables. Next slide. Become a member of a group. There are many different types of groups you can join. For example, a book club or a sports team, or a choir at your place of worship. This can be a great way to meet people when you like the same things you do. 5, one-to-one matchmaking. Either someone you know well or an organization that can help you connect with people. Introduces you to someone, shares your same needs and interests. You meet the person and get to know them. Staff take a backseat. 6, learning new skills. Improve or learn a new skill in a class. For example, join a cooking class offered at a cookware store or at a local junior college. Join a scrapbooking class offered at a Michael's craft store. Take singing lessons that lead join a local choir. There's another great way to learn how to meet someone who shares your interests. Now I'm going to tell a story about my friend Jerry. I met Jerry when I was 8 years old. Jerry and I became great friends. I met Jerry when I was 20 years old. I met him when I was 8 years old and he was 16. I met him at Loon Mountain. I had 5 ski instructors teaching me how to use the sit ski. Jerry was one of the instructors and we just clicked. We talked the whole time. I kept going to Loon Mountain and requesting Jerry as a coach, except for last year because of COVID. I went skiing with Jerry every winter. Jerry and I would talk about everything from work to sports events to music. We have very, very important events in our lives. Jerry came to my bar mitzvah, and I was invited to his wedding. I'm now friends with both him and his wife, Athena. She came skiing with us, and she thought we were too fast. Our friendship does not end in the winter. We also go out to listen to music on the Esplanade. Last year, except for last year, during the pandemic, Jerry and I would video chat, check up on each other. He was a great sounding board and makes me happy to hang out with him. I hope to see Jerry this winter when I go skiing again.
Thanks, Sam. And just so everybody knows, these are pictures of Sam and Jerry. The one on the right is when Sam was, you're 8 years old there, right, Sam?
Yeah.
And the one on the left is a more modern one.
Boom.
A recent. So it's really great, this old friendship.
All right.
All
How-
right. Oh, this
Help.
is for Jonathan.
Challenges to friendship. Help us solve these challenges to friendship by answering these multiple choice questions. Challenge 1, lack of money. Which is the right answer? Find 3 activities you can do together, like going to the park, street fair, or the library. Stay home and don't go out. Hope someone will pay for you.
So which one of these, you can write in the chat, which one of these do you think might be a solution, right? To if you want to make friends, but you don't have money, what are things you could do? Which one of these, A, B, or C?
Meg, you
Let's
have-
check, yep, let's check the chat. Let's see what Meg has.
you don't mute.
Oh, you're muted, Meg. It looks like we got a lot of A's here. Yeah, let's see. Everybody
Yeah.
seems the answers. Let's see. Are they right, Jonathan?
Yes, you're all right. The answer is A.
A good group here.
Challenge 2, no transportation. Which is the right answer? Apply for the wide flex, take a taxi or carpool. Walk, ride your bike, or do travel training. Build your own car. Or both A and B. What does everyone think is the right answer?
Al says that it's A and B. Oh, we got a very sharp audience. Lots and lots of people are saying A and B, Jonathan. What do you think?
Yes, all of you are correct. The answer is D. Challenge 3, living in homes separated from the community. Which is the right answer? Only visit other separated group homes. Live in a tent closer to the community. Go out into the community or invite people from the community to your home. What is everyone think is the right answer? You can either type in the chat or Q&A or unmute yourself if you like to speak and tell us that way.
Jonathan, on this question, some people think it's letter A, only visit other separated group homes, and some people think it's C, going out into the community or invite people from the community to your home. I guess nobody wants to live in a tent, especially this time of year. Don't blame them. So we're kind of split on whether the answer is A or C on this one.
Wow.
Should we reveal the answer?
We can reveal the answer, but just think, we're thinking about wanting to make friends and making all different types of friends, right?
The answer is C.
Here's my favorite one.
Challenge 4, accessibility issues. Which is the right answer? Meet at places that are accessible. See what accommodations are available, like headphones or captions at the movies. Knock downstairs with a bulldozer and make your own ramp, or both A and B. What do you think, everyone, is the right answer?
Alicia and other people are saying that it's letter D, which is A and B.
I think I agree with that answer.
Yep, the answer is D. Challenge 5, lack of support by staff or family. Which is the right answer? Explain to family or staff why making friends is important to you. Find a new family. Add a friendship goal to your ISP or IEP, or both A and C. I see some answers popping up in the chat.
They are. And a lot of people are responding by saying the letter D, which is A and B. Or sorry, A and C. So letter D is what the majority of people are saying. We have a very sharp group with us, Jonathan.
Yes. Yep. The correct answer is D.
All right.
Challenge 6, difficulty communicating. Which is the right answer? Ask people who you know or the other person well to help you communicate. Get frustrated and start throwing things. Use pictures or write it down. Make a fire and do smoke signals, or both A and C. I see different answers in the chat popping up.
Yes, there's a lot of people are saying letters A and C, which is the response E.
Oh, yes.
So the letter E would mean both A and C.
Correct. The answer is E.
Right.
Great. Thank you for answering those questions. So to see, did we get Norma back with us?
Negative. I don't. Maggie's here.
I do not.
I can take it.
Maybe Sam or Rocky, maybe Rocky or Sam could read this if they want to, or do you want me to read it?
I can do it.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam.
How to start a friendship. When you find someone you want to become friends with, ask the person to do something with you. Think about what to ask the person. Don't ask the person to be my friend, since it might be seem too rushed. It takes time to become a friend. Think of an activity. Maybe you want to ask them to get coffee and meet at a music event.
Big Bus.
Hey, what's up?
Good.
Going, Sam?
Oh, when you find to ask them to do something with, don't ask. Think about, Oh, ask the person to give you an activity. If they say yes, then schedule a time to meet and place to have fun. If they say no, that's okay. You can ask them to someone else another time. You'll get a yes another time. If you find it hard to ask yourself, a family member or a friend or staff could help you with the asking. Growing your friendship. Once you have a friendship, you need to keep it healthy and going. You need to do acts of friendship like remember your important dates of your friend's birthday. Help each other out. Talk to each other about things. Listen carefully to when your friend is speaking. Be sure they can trust and rely on you. These are ways to make your friendship stronger. Friendship scenarios. What?
Can you read that? Sam?
Friendship scenarios. What? How to make friends. We're going to read through some of the situations and how to make friends. Find one way a person mentioned in each example to make a friend. Neil goes to religious service every week. When he walks to the door, the greeter smiles and he welcomes him. There are many other friendly ways to help people to search that as well. What opportunities are there to help Neil make a friend at his place of worship?
So this is what you want. We're asking people in the audience there too. So here's a scenario, but a guy, Neil, who goes to religious services every week. And when he walks through the door, there's a greeter who smiles and there's a whole bunch of other friendly people. So what opportunities are there for Neil to make a friend at this place? So if anybody wants to type it in or unmute and talk, we're happy to have your answers of what you think Neil could do to make friends in this situation.
We have Brian Kelly here.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, that's a good friendly way to say hi to people in the church.
Definitely a great way to meet people is to say hi.
So he might have the role of a greeter then, Brian. I think maybe is what you're saying, that he could be an official greeter at the service, and his gift is that of being friendly to people. So that would be a really good fit for him, it sounds like.
Great.
That's right.
There's a whole bunch more in the chat, Meg. I don't know if
Great. So and Jill says to introduce himself. Monica suggests that he go out to lunch with somebody else that is at the service. Mary suggests talking to somebody. If you hit it off, you can ask them if they want to have lunch. Kristen, talk to people, introduce himself. And Al agrees, talking to the other person will help make friends. Don says that when people know each other over time, they develop common understanding and chemistry. So that's true. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. And Kristen is another one for going out for lunch is a good suggestion. Catherine, talking, chatting, introducing himself. And Phoebe has a good idea. She says if Neil likes to sing, maybe he can join the choir, because then he would see the other people in the choir at practices and at the service and get to know them and possibly become friends. So that's a great idea also. And Derek suggests perhaps Neil would want to join a retreat or go on a retreat, which is a good place to meet people where you spend a certain amount of time with them. Al wants to put in that Neil should join the social committee and help set up and remove the refreshment tables and also help teach preschoolers. Oh, he definitely will get involved. And that's really, those are really great ideas, Al. Thank you.
There's some more coming in.
And Jillian suggests possibly he go on vacation with friends. That's a nice idea. Don says singing and dancing are great. So if those are part of the opportunities at the service. Oh, and Catherine says at a potluck. If the service involves a potluck, or maybe they have a potluck at the congregation at a different time, then he can get involved with that. It sounds like a common theme is for Neil to really get involved in whatever's going on at the service and with the organization.
These are fantastic suggestions.
Oh, Kristen suggests at a game night or fishing. And Derek agrees at church events. So we are having a lot of great input.
We have another scenario, but I just want to make sure we get everybody's responses because there were so many great. I don't want to cut anybody off.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Think we're safe to move on to the next one? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It's because
Tammy says that maybe Neil should go out to the movies with some other people at the service, and that's a good way to make friends. So another idea.
I have an idea too. I have an idea. How about going to the mall?
Oh, going to the mall. That could work too.
Why not?
All right, Norma, will you read us this scenario, the second scenario?
Okay. Gabrielle enjoyed playing and watching sport. One of her family friends has a coworker is the coach of a local baseball team. What could be done to help Gabrielle make a friend?
Great. So same thing, everybody in the chat or unmute themselves. We'd love to know. What do you think this young woman could do, right? To make friends.
Make friends and play baseball. Make sports, play sports, and make friends.
Okay. That's a great point, Norma. Let's see. We have more coming in the chat about what people think.
And Brenda, oh yeah, we've got a lot of people adding in. And Brenda says go to the games. Al, join the sports team or league. Catherine recommends that she socialize and make friends. Monica says, how about going for a walk? Kristen asked to help with the team, introduce herself to the coach. Nice idea.
We also have a couple, or one just went away, but one person on the call, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, take him to a baseball game.
Definitely. And Jason suggests that she be a team player. And Jillian, when I make friends, going to concerts with friends. That's a definite possibility if she has concerts or music also as an interest. Genevieve says going to sporting events, so she might invite people at the baseball game to possibly go to another event together. That'd be fun.
Sammy has one.
Go to an ice cream social.
Oh, I like that. Oh, and Al says join sports clubs online.
Oh yeah.
So there's a good one. Even as we emerge from COVID, maybe people aren't ready to go and be in person, but at least to spend time together online is fun too.
Yeah. What about how about making friends when you're in the let's see, concerts and all that?
Yeah, definitely. Wow, people are so great about getting involved in this chat. I love it. So Kim suggests, how about if she works at a refreshment stand? She definitely get to meet a lot of different people doing that. Yep, people love the idea of an ice cream social. That's always fun. Another person, Matthew, wants to suggest going to the movies, going to sporting events. Catherine says going and playing different games like bowling. And Fran says joining a local advocacy group. There's a good one. And William wants to add video gaming. And Derek says do a supper club.
Oh, cooking. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you, everyone. That's a great list of suggestions. Oh, Catherine says going to a conference. How about that?
That's good.
All right, we have one more scenario for you.
Oh, I have to add one more, Rachel. Jillian adds selling Girl Scout cookies outside a store. Jillian thinks that'll be a good way to make friends and meet a lot of people. Cynthia adds doing arts and crafts with friends, books and a scrapbook about self-advocacy and fun. Matthew says join a social group. And Alicia, or Brendan says asking family and friends to introduce the coach team to him, which is great because if there is somebody that they already know who's familiar with the team, they can be helpful in getting the young lady acquainted with the team. And Al says finally Gabrielle could invite the team and its coach to a cookout.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
That's great.
All right.
So we have one more in the Q&A.
Okay. And Fran says to join a LGBTQ group.
Yeah.
Great.
Really great ideas.
All right. We got one more scenario for you all. And Jonathan's going to read us this.
Scenario 3. Pat is a real movie buff and loves seeing all the new movies in the theaters and watching classic movies at home. What opportunities for friendship could come out of Pat's love of movies?
So again, suggestions can be chatted in, or if people want to unmute themselves and share ideas out loud, that's fine too.
Okay.
Whatever people are comfortable with.
Oh, we've got Fran about to say something.
Yeah, Fran, go ahead.
I run a rainbow. I'm a chair for a rainbow support group for Mass, and I just want to say that anyone is welcome to join. And we have our group tonight actually from 5:30 to 7 tonight. So if anyone would like to join, I could put the link in the chat. So it is open to the whole group tonight. So if anyone would like to join, you guys are all welcome to come join.
I have a question. Is it Zoom or is this going to be somewhere else? Okay.
I think
the Rainbow Support Group will be on Zoom.
Okay, I will join then. What
So
time is
Fran,
it?
that's a great invitation. I see you already had put it in the chat, the link. So we're really happy to have that. And thank you for sharing it with everybody.
Okay, I'll share it. I'll do
So
it.
regarding the scenario 3 about the movies, Kristen says that a movie night can happen at home. Invite a friend to a movie.
Oh no, I can't find it.
We also have Catherine. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Al says to possibly join a movie club or go to the movies with others. Genevieve says just talking about movies with friends can really sort of help them to become better friends.
And then we have Catherine here.
Or like if you have a movie in common, like if you have a favorite movie, you guys could like get to like know what your favorite movies and get to go like at a house and have like a popcorn party or ice cream social or something and watch your favorite movies together and maybe act like do different movies or get stuff in memory of that movie that you like.
That's a really nice idea. I love that. And Jason also suggests that there may be somebody with similar movie interests. So people who like to go see the same types of movies. Matthew says, how about a movie night at a social group or yakid? And Al says to organize a cinema outing with classmates. So all of those are awesome ideas, guys. Thank you.
Wonderful. So since we have, I think, just enough time to go back and have Norma read her story of friendship.
Yeah, because my thing is not working that well. My thing from the internet, but it's working right now because I'm up here in the second floor in the desk.
Great. So I'm gonna get us back to that story, and if you don't mind, Meg, maybe I think there's one or two more comments in the chat.
Yep. Great. Oh, Fran says, Zoom a movie night. That's great. A lot of people during COVID started to do that, right? Where they were both watching the same movie, but from the location of their own homes so that they were sure to be nice and safe. And Kim says to join a movie buff chat group or join a social group on your movie. Yeah. And Fran is just listing what Fran is sharing, last 2 episodes of Arthur. So, movie trivia is a great suggestion too from Catherine. And music trivia. So really great.
Thank you for everyone. Now we're going to go to Norma now and have her share her wonderful story.
I met Yeshua when I was in high school. We were in classes together and had lunch together. She was very nice and would invite me over to her house to hang out and play. We would go to the mall together. I would help her with homework and take her little sister to school. We graduated together and are still friends to this day. This is a great friendship because Yeshiva is kind of and nice, and I make her laugh and smile. She is one of my oldest friends. Because of COVID, we have not been able to see each other much, but we still talk on the phone, and sometimes she sends me letter. I hope we can see each other in person again soon.
Thank you for sharing that, Norma.
Thank you, Rachel. And I'm sorry, it's just my Wi-Fi is not working well. That's why.
So I'm gonna just take us back to where we were in the PowerPoint. All right, Jonathan.
Great job.
You all did a wonderful job answering those scenarios. Amazing.
Well, that's great.
Sam. You there, Sam? All right. Norma, do you want to read that one?
Thank you. Any questions or comments?
And we're going to open it up to questions or comments, but we're just going to have this last slide one more. Norma, would you do this one as well?
Best of luck in making new healthy and happy friendships.
And here's our contact info if you want to get in touch with anybody.
Okay.
And we are
if
done.
you have a future question, please feel free to contact us at.
Yep.
Perfect.
And then
All
each
right.
person is listed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stop the share now. And if anybody has any questions, we're happy to answer some. Any of our panelists here?
I have a question for friendship. I could invite somebody to my mall with one of my friends if I want to, or walk around or something. It will be nice.
A mall is a great way to get together with a friend and meet people.
Yeah.
Well, is there more in the chat, Meg?
We've got a couple of people with their hands raised. Matthew is up next.
You got it right. I just want to say thank you to all the participants, or all the Rachel. Rachel, hats off to you first, and Jonathan. What's up, Jonathan?
Hi.
Now, everyone that you and Norma and everyone, Norma did a great job. I liked everything. Everything was good, and Meg, everything was good. Meg, it's Yahad, not Yakad. It's a Jewish organization that we are members of. That's why we're trying to say movie night of Yahad. The Jihad is sometimes movie night.
Thank you, Matthew. I think you're right that Norma and Jonathan and Lucky and Sam did a wonderful job.
Thank you. Rachel, I got a question.
And all of our presenters are getting great feedback. So
you give us some applause.
I appreciate all your kind words. Yeah, so are there any questions? We do have one audience member who would like to share something with the group. If we do have time, I don't know how we're running on time, or if anybody has any other questions.
I do.
Norma?
Are you guys ask Retro if she would like to have my address so she could send me my check or something? Because they haven't.
Well, don't worry. We'll talk about that after.
Okay, no problem, Rachel. No problem.
Yeah. Is Cynthia there? Does she have a question, or did she want us to just
Hi, Cynthia. Did you have a question?
Hey, Cynthia, are you able to unmute if you have a question here?
Oh, no, actually, first of all, I was trying to find myself, which I didn't see. But anyway, my question was, how can we interact with others with friendships so I can get more friends inside my life? Because this way I like this topic because it brings out more outlook on everybody, pretty much. And because it helps me, like inside, it makes me feel like I'm more important. And of course, everybody else is important too. Yeah, that I know that. But I'm saying in general, like I'm friends with Fran. I'm friends with this person. I like to be like more like involved in the community of friendships. And so I trying to figure out how to figure that out. But I do have a Facebook page called From My Heart, Cynthia Goldberg. So if anybody wants to go on that, they can. And it has my books, my cards, and my prints. And so this shows everything that I've been doing, and that also it could connect to other people. Because from the heart, it goes right into your heart or art. That's how you make friendships, and you make everything like in a big communication bubble. It's like once you hear one thing, you can hear another thing from other people. It's just like a big round community that what we live in. It's all of us, all in one, the only one that makes other people happy inside of them, and it shows. It shows all the community that we're doing and helping others to grow who they are too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing that, Cynthia. Great. It looks like there's a lot of people in the chat who would love to connect with other people for friendship opportunities.
And Al just wrote in about some of the challenges in his life in terms of making friends. And I just wrote back really quickly that all of us have challenges and struggles at different times in making friends. And I feel like, the only thing I would say just in our short time allowed it is to stick with it and to make a really concentrated effort to be friendly and try to interact with people as much as you can, and to have a variety of interests where you meet different people in different circumstances, and you'll meet people. There's a lot of great people right on this call, as a matter of fact. So
Yep. Norma, you want to say something?
Yeah, and the day I went out with me and the day I was hanging out with Phoebe, we went to the Science Museum. It was awesome, very awesome. And then me and Phoebe, we're gonna be doing something, and this, when the COVID goes away, we're gonna be doing something. We're gonna socialize, me and Phoebe, and then me and Phoebe, I'm gonna go to her wedding on May 22nd. I'm gonna go do yoga with her, and have some time with her, spend some time with her.
Norma, that sounds amazing. Christine in the question and answer box says, how can people on this call connect? So I'm going to leave that to the organizers. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah,
that's what I'm wondering, Brian, if there's some way that if people want to connect with other people on the call, there's a way that you can help them get in touch with each other.
Yep. So as we were sharing earlier this morning, if people would like to attend one of our regional meetings, you can connect with other people in your region by going to our events calendar, which I'll put into the chat again. I know that there's some groups that are still meeting this week, and you can go and see when those groups are meeting. That's where I'd recommend to connect with other people from your region. So definitely check that out as a way to follow up. I know many people who've been writing here that they do that already. So for those of you that do not, you should definitely take a look at those and join one of those meetings with us. And then you can find out other things that are happening. I'd also recommend that if you have not already subscribed to our emails, we often share different things that are coming up that are happening. Like next month, for example, we have the legislation advocacy day that the ArcMass and MDDC are putting on. It's a big thing that everybody will be excited to attend. And then definitely check out the meetings and sign up for the Mass Flash newsletter that we shared earlier.